Hey everyone, and welcome to the Monster Factory. Today we're going to continue with the Arm Wrestling 101 series. I told you in the first part, riser was most important. The second most important thing is cupping. We're going to show you the different ways that I train cupping and why it's so important. All right, the reason cupping is so important, because it doesn't matter whether you're hooking or if you're top rolling. Once you have your riser, you want to cup over. And once you cup, which is cranking your wrist, you're going to have access to a lot more of your power, right? And this is taking control of your opponent. Now, oftentimes your opponent's going to be cupping as well. So if you're trying to cup and top roll and he's cupping and hooking, you may end up into a hook, depending on how strong your pronation or how strong your riser is. But cupping is controlling. Cupping is getting yourself into a position where you can access most of your power. So a couple of things that I do every day for cupping. It's going to be reverse wrist rolls or forward wrist rolls. These will be available soon, the Monster wrist curl. So I'm going to start here. All it is, it slides right onto a Smith machine bar or any Olympic bar. Set it at the height that you want. And I always go from all the way curled to a flat wrist. I never try to go wrist back, meaning my knuckles past my wrist. So I'll reach over and grab, and I'll just start rolling. I'll usually do 5 rounds because it's in my circuit, right? So you go backwards, let it slide back, roll it forward, and same thing here. I grab here, and I'll roll all the way forward. Not letting my knuckles go past my wrist, right? The reason I like this so much is because you have to clamp it as you're cupping, as you're spinning, right? All right, so the other thing I do on a daily basis, meaning I train my hand, wrist, and forearm every day, for cupping is gonna be cable pulls. So get any spinning handle. I like a 2-inch spinning handle. And a lot of people could just cup this way, right? They could just work their cup this way. I like to work my cup as I'm pinning, right? Start from a flat wrist, cup in. Now also you'll notice that I'm gripping with my thumb, where you'll see Devin and other people do their cupping here, right? Well, I'm never grabbing someone like this to arm wrestle. I'm always gonna grab this, like I'm not grabbing this way, I'm gonna grab like that. So I reach in and grab it just like I'm grabbing someone's hand. Cup, pin. Just a typical cable pull. I do sets of 10, usually 5 rounds in between my circuit. So if you don't have a table, but if you have a spinning handle, you can just pull it to you and just do it in the air. Same thing, right? Back drag. You might look a little weird in the gym doing this, but this will definitely make you stronger. All right, so you can just get some fat grips, put them on some dumbbells, whatever way you can handle. Let your wrist hang flat and just cup your wrist up. You can also do your traditional wrist curls off your leg, off a bench, whatever. Now, a lot of people come back. I'm still gonna go from here forward because that's all I wanna work. I don't do these. I haven't done wrist curls like this, gosh, in probably 15 years. But a lot of people get a lot of value from them. Now, a lot of people will do the heavy barbell. I can't supinate far enough to even get to a barbell to do wrist curls. I guess a lot of my stuff is just out of injuries. I'm only able to train certain ways. But if you're got a healthy arm, not like me, don't have access to these handles, grab your set of fat grips, start doing you some wrist curls.
Well, obviously, if you haven't been using them for 15 years, you used them for 15 before?
I really didn't train my hand and wrist like I was supposed to when I first started arm wrestling. I had a really strong arm, right? I remember John Brzezinski and Ron Bath having a conversation like, if Michael Todd's hand and wrist ever catches arm, we're all in trouble. Well, my left arm got injured. I focused on hand and wrist. I'm not sure my arm's as strong as it used to be, but I got a really strong hand and wrist.
Well, there you go.
Now here's a couple exercises that I only do for cupping on back day. Now it's part of my circuit as well. Now I perform 30 reps during my circuits. So this is the Napalm 2-inch lat pull down handle. Any 2-inch spinning handle will work. Just tuck in. set up for lat pull down, and I'm gonna have my wrist like this, and I'm gonna cup them in as I pull down. Cupping my wrist every time I pull down. And as you'll see, I'm still grabbing the exact same way I do when I'm doing cable pulls. So now not only is my back getting worked, my hand and wrist are getting worked. I believe the back is the biggest muscle used in arm wrestling, but if your hand and wrist aren't strong enough to support that strength, it doesn't matter. So I'm always working my cupping. All right, so now we're gonna work cupping with the seated row with the country crush. It's a 2-inch spinning handle. Just like I said, any spinning handle will work. You don't have to keep switching out. I'm just showing you the different options that I have. You can pick any one of these and work your cup either way you want. Wrist straight, same grip, pull and cup. So now we're working our lats, our hands, wrists, forearms, a little bit of bicep. Like I said, I do this workout once a week. I'll do chest one day, back one day, arms one day, shoulders and legs. But every day I'm doing the wrist rolls with the monster wrist curl and the cable pulls. All right, so this is gonna be the last exercise I do for cupping, and this is probably the most difficult one. This is a double wrist wrench from Arm Assassin Strength Shot. What happens is this thing rolls forward to where when you grab a hold of it, it immediately tries to spin your hand open, right? So if you were to grab weight here, you're gonna be able to move a lot of weight, right? No problem. But as soon as you roll it in and you start to pull, it's immediately trying to spin your hand open. So now that cup becomes way more effective. So you could use this handle on lat pull downs, seated rows. You technically could use it for your cable pulls, whatever you want. Well, that's Arm Wrestling 101 cupping. Next in the series is going to be pronation. Don't forget to click subscribe and hit the bell for notifications.